Finally had a plan that was going decently well. You know what? Screw this area. We're moving on. Between the texture map fails and the constant deaths, time to move on. Need to head east anyway. Damn it. Can't even get out of the area anymore. Death after death after death. Should have just kept moving. I had an out. Should have kept moving. I don't think so, Codsworth. Not unless we can get a drop on the super mutants. Preferably with a mini nuke or a missile launcher. Well, we're getting towards our goal, at least. We need to get... Well, I suppose County Crossing is technically closer than to Revere, then to Finch. I have 2 combat armors for my right arm. I'm an idiot. I need one for my right leg, and I didn't get a right leg. Of course not. Fix that next time I go back to town for shopping.
Excuse me.
Hey there, friend. We're in some real trouble. Maybe you can help?
Whatever it is, I'm sure I can handle it.
It's these damn greenskins. The super.
Oh God.
Whenever they come through, we just have to run away or hide. They take everything they can eat and destroy most everything else. And if they ever took us by surprise, we'd all be dead. We can't live like this. Please, you've got to help us.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thanks. We were kind of at the end of our rope here.
Where are the super mutants that's giving them trouble coming from? Might be doable. Alright, Revere Satellite Station is our next goal. Hopefully zero mutants haven't respawned there. We go to pick up our powered armor. Yes, Cogsworth, we're pack rats. Wow, there's the one I need to get into. Well, apparently not, but skill book.
That's it.
That's the one I need to get into. Try to keep our eye on it. It'll be harder to detect while sneaking now. I really should just do a run where I go and collect all the skill books. Of course. try to do that again without falling off. Another fat man, never a bad thing. I'm over encumbered still. Of course I am. But now we want to head back north. Well, Finch Farms first, then back to base. I'm seeing corn and mute fruit. Always useful to see at a farm.
Hey, you! Oh, sorry. I thought you might be one of those forge maniacs. You don't have the burns. A group of them took.
How can you tell?
And they'll shoot you just as soon as looking.
To think, the Ironworks used to be such a nice place.
Look, I'm being serious. These guys don't mess around. That bastard son of mine, Jake, snuck out in the middle of the night to join him. He grabbed my granddad's old sword. It's the closest thing I've got to an heirloom. If you really are with the Minutemen and you want to help, well, it would mean a lot to me if you could get that sword back.
You want me to take a knife from a gunfight? Oh, this is a whole new level of stupid, even for me.
You're doing me a big favor, and I'll make it up to you as best as I can.
Yep, that's my, everyone's a synth mod. I took care of everyone with A in their name and everyone with B in their name. He just happens to be named Abraham Finch.
Dangerous world out there.
Should I return to base? Or do this? Probably do this and then return to base. When has being over encumbered ever stopped me from raiding, you know, a place? Eventually what I want to do with my Everyone's a Synth mod is also replace the skins. do a full save here. Codsworth, move back, please. You're a synth, and you're a synth, and you're a synth! Codsworth, you're literally in the middle of my shot. Where is my minigun? Something that's got a fast fire rate. That should work, actually. Oh, you want to play with grenades and missiles and explosives, do you? Hey, Mr. Forged. crap. Explosive actually might work on one of those. That's not a bad idea, I suppose. That's who was shooting missiles at me, wasn't it? Codsworth? If they want to play with missiles, let's play with missiles. That could work as well, I think. Final Sniper shoots an additional projectile. Plasma Scattergun. The Stalker. Where is it? It's gonna be one of these. I have rounds for it. The Instigator. No, Codsworth, I did not.
caution, Mum. I do believe something is slipping.
I actually have better VATS with rifles now than my pistols. I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. Let Dirty Harry take care of the rest. They don't have any ammo they can use against me. VATS enhanced hunting rifle, very nice.
No sign of them now.
Impressive. But no genuine common black bag. Still, not too shabby.
That probably would have been a good idea. scary thing is, I don't really have a lot of gunslinger perks. Imagine what happens when I actually get full gunslinger and I'm using the Dirty Harry here. It is going to be insane. Goals. Remote door control. Open door.
Yes.
You could make my life easier.
I'm through.
Powering up. Protectron on.
That Protectron caused some chaos. While we loot anything that isn't nailed down.
Nothing.
Bada bing, bada boom. Would you prefer to be in DC, Codsworth? Can you imagine Codsworth in the DC wasteland? We thought he was complaining now. Yeah, I can't get a clean shot. Yeesh, that would have been unpleasant to get a hit from. This give me access to... nope. Crime. Cried out while treating wound. Limb amputated. Exiled. Chamber. Cheated during first trial. Offender and family fed to the forge. Damage. Ran from battle. Fed to the forge. Duke. Died without permission during second trial. Fed to the forge. No, that's not true. I'm right here. Hood. Caught stealing rations. Fed molten iron. Havoc. Gave meds to enemy. Flayed until death. Rampart. Allowed enemies to escape battle. Branded. Exiled. Rife. Caught sleeping during watch. Eyes fed to Mirelurks. Exiled. Riptide. Cried out during final trial. Fed to the forge. Viper. Refused to execute civilian. Family executed. Exiled. Yancey. Refused to change name. Fed to the forge. Damn you, Yancey! Well, that's our big target goal area. Have we missed anything?
Warning, dangerous fugitive is on the loose. Do not attempt to apprehend. Please, no hostile. Protected.
already tripped that one. I forgot about that. Because I'm baby.
If she tries to leave, kill her. Must be pretty strong to make it here.
Oh, were those your guys? I thought they were just trying to throw me a garbage.
Huh? Like your style, stranger. Been a while since anyone had the guts to talk to me like that. See, Jake? Here's someone who might actually be worth my time. Unlike you.
You're gonna kill me.
But I brought everything you asked for. Stealing things from your family farm doesn't prove your strength, boy. Though this wonderful sword you brought does put me in the mood to give you one last chance to prove your worth. What do you say? Kill that prisoner and prove that you aren't completely useless.
You said we'd be waiting outside the company. These people aren't even a threat to us.
Prove to me that you can kill. It's him or you.
Oh God, what do I do? What do I do?
Him or you?
Walk away, Jake.
Please let
You
me
don't
go.
have to do this.
You're gonna
You're right.
be, Jake.
I don't want to do this. I just want to go home.
Hey Slag, let me introduce you to my little friend Rocket, Steady, and Buffjet. Well, that didn't work, did it? That's the problem when your back's against the wall.
You can kill. Same with you.
Oh God, what do I do? What do I do?
Walk away, Jake. You don't have to do this.
Please let me go.
What's
You're
it
right.
gonna be,
I don't
Jake?
want to do this. I just want to go home.
Last
This
chance.
place is just full of charm, isn't it?
Help!
Where are the drugs I'm going to need for this? Psychojet, probably. Steady. Rocket. Rebound. I need some more stuff to slow down time. Buffjet. And that, and that, and that, and that, and that, that. Oh boy. Free the prisoner? Yes.
Excuse me.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Ah. Because I'm Batman! Yeah, not worth it. It was a stim pack. thing is, where the heck is Jake? Do I have to redo that entire fight just so I can get the dialogue with Jake? 'Cause it seems like Jake is not here. Did I not wait long enough or something? That's probably what it is, isn't it? Kind of annoying.
This place is just full of charm, isn't it?
Excuse me.
Where is the Psycho Jet? This is kind of annoying trying to get thing to happen the way I want it
This
to.
place is just full of charm, isn't it?
Hey there.
Thanks a lot.
Am I going to have to let him kill the guy? Probably.
This place is just full of charm, isn't it?
Yeah?
Let's try this. Rebound. Rocket. Steady. Med-X. Psycho Jet. Fine, let the settler be killed. Not a scenario I like, but
This place is just full of charm, isn't it?
Kill the prisoner before I count to 3. 1. Help! 2. 3.
Hell yeah!
try this. Alright, fine. If I can only target your leg. Yeesh. Buff jet again. Rocket again. Steady again. Am I still under the effects of time slow? Can I add in Med-X to the mix?
Thanks a lot.
I've done it so many times. I even waited for it to properly proc, and I still don't have Jake coming to thank me. Jake.
Hey there.
Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. I panicked.
You're lucky I have a soft spot for dumb animals.
I messed up pretty bad. Sorry.
Look, I should probably try to go home and make amends. I know I've got no right to ask, but I bet if you're there to explain, things with my dad would go easier. I bet if you bring my great-granddad's sword, he'll make it worth your while. He always tries to do fair with me. I'll wait for you by the overpass near the farm.
That's what I was looking for. The optional part of the objective. Because I'm Batman. No, I guess technically this character would be Batgirl. Or Batwoman, I suppose.
Nice.
I doubt he was even sober enough to enjoy the fight.
Well done indeed.
Whew. You know what would be a fun weapon legendary combo? Put the explosive legendary on the shish kebab.
Come on out. Make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
What are you saying about the Minutemen? Dude, what are you saying about the Minutemen?
My name's Nick, latch on to the offense.
I see him now. I'm the tin can, really. Well, I guess that makes you a meat sack. Nothing in there. Just a little hidey hole. I just looped around in an area I didn't need to loop around, of course.
Careful, Bob. That heat isn't good for either of us.
Now to head back to where we need to go. It's that way. At the farm with the sword. The heck? I am being shot at with missiles. Of course I am. Who? Where? there more gunners around here somewhere? Just random gunner in the area, apparently.
So nervous. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Here goes nothing.
Boy, I told you that Abraham was so big here tonight.
Jake's back? Thank God. Mama, please. I know I screwed up pretty big. I thought I joined up. I could keep them from raiding our farm. I didn't. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I told you.
Abraham Francis Finch, that's enough.
Mama, if...
Shut up, Jake. If I hear anything out of either of you, you'll both be peeling potatoes for the next year. I've watched you two go at it for years and tried to let you sort it out for yourselves. Abraham, your son is a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, then you'd better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There. It's over. If I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me,
Abraham.
She's right. I've been a fool. There's no way I can thank you enough. Here's the caps we agreed on, plus a bid for helping my boy. I think we should hang on to that sword. It'd put a smile on Granddad's face to know it was being used to help people.
Alright. County crossing. Now we really do need to head back to base. Dump all of our supplies. So the next thing is to kill the super mutants there. And talk to people there. Covenant. Do some stuff in Covenant, of course, as well. Taffington Boathouse. So let's head back to Taffington Boathouse, collect the stuff there, as we're making our way back to base. Which is west. I mean, as long as I'm here, do they have a settler? So I can link this to Taffington Boathouse and then link them also back to, like, Sanctuary. Can't supply line you. Can't supply line you. Can't make you do a supply line. I can have you do a supply line, but let's try something else. Don't have enough crystal or copper to make a relay. Well then, I guess you're going to be going to Great Garden. Now, do I have enough to create a recruitment beacon? I do, because he's linked to Great Garden. There it is. Put it like here for now. some power. Can I build a large power generator? I can. But I'll hold off on that because we don't need a large power generator for now. Like that to there. Do some basic cleanup while we wait for another settler to show up. Maybe put in a couple of beds like we normally do. Okay, we've got a 5th person who's shown up. And I can send them off to Taffington Boathouse. None of these reach the water, do they? Actually, I think right behind that thing it reaches the water. There it is. It's this way. plenty of power, plenty of water. Well, a good amount of water. Where's the new settler? There you are. Link you to the Taffington Boathouse. Let me take away those beds. Now, they're not going to let me take away those beds. I'm just going to have to give them beds outside, whether they like it or not. There should be plenty of beds. Defenses, what can I set up for some basic defenses? There. Are they happy now? They are seriously not happy. What are they not happy about? Maybe it needs a moment for everything to catch up.
There's a use to that.
Seems to be growing well.
Alright, so we know they're going to get attacked from that angle as well. Good to know. Miss anything else to loot in this area? Actually, I need potatoes. I wonder if I can actually plant some potatoes here. Not mute fruit, not razor grain, not silk beans, tar berries. Potato plant. Alright. Now we also leveled up. Let's see what we can do here. If I can max out Rifleman. Or Gunslinger. My pistols would get better. Or Commando. Or Sneak. Those are my top picks, I think. Or Demolitions Expert. Rifleman, Demolitions Expert, Sneak, Commando, or Gunslinger. What do you think? You think Commando improve my automatic weapons? Sure, why not? Let's see how that's improved our weapons, shall we? So it's not going to affect the final irradiate. 54 damage on the assassin's rifle. That's the ones with the high fire rates. So this does 30 damage, but that's a heavy gun, so that actually doesn't count either. It has its own perk tree. This is actually doing a little bit more damage, the final ice. It's up to 22 from what, 19? Poison is now doing 37 damage. Now we have to make our way back to Taffington Boathouse and take the stuff out of there. And then to the drive-in and take the stuff out of there, and then back to Sanctuary. Where I'll end up decrafting a lot of stuff, pulling legendaries off of stuff, and all that fun stuff. Question is, what is going to try and kill me as we make it our way back this time? And I think once we collect the other suit of armor at the National Training Ground, we will head to help Preston free up the castle. Because everything else, all the other settlements are around the castle's area, so it just makes sense to free up the castle. I have another pit stop that we can dump stuff at. X is auto walk. That's why I'm walking without touching the keyboard. Now we're heading towards attacking the post. Good. Do a full save. Always good to do those periodically. So what are your thoughts of putting the explosive legendary onto the shish kebab? Whoa! Let me move, game! Maybe we'll stop at the Covenant and continue our investigation. Now that I have Charisma of 10, it should be relatively easy. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, bye. Is it viable? That's the real question, yeah. Explosive on a melee weapon. It's got an interesting concept, but yeah, you're right. It might not be a viable idea. Let's have the righteous authority ready. Yeah, we're getting there. Though I do wonder, on that note, would the poison effect be good on the minigun? A lot of options open up when you can start crafting your legendaries as you see fit. Of course. This is where all the super mutants were, isn't it? Gotta keep my guard up here. I might as well search Covenant while we're passing it on the way back. Kind of amusing when you think about it. The last time we came to Covenant, we were in Power Armor, that was the X1. Now the second time we're going into Covenant, we're in Power Armor, though it's the Raider Power Armor.
All of us should be thankful for being.
Meaning no offense, but I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah?
Just fresh brewed lemonade.
Oh. Hi.
Talia,
Oh, you're back. Isn't Covenant just the best?
do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help. Sure.
I'm looking for a girl. Her name's Amelia Stockton. Have you heard of her?
Oh, I'm afraid I haven't. I hope she's okay.
Do you know anything about Stockton's Caravan?
No, sorry, they never came here.
Everyone around here is acting suspicious. What are they hiding?
Hiding? Why would you think that? We're just real friendly and busy. I gotta go.
Are they cannibals? They're cannibals, aren't they? You're all cannibals, aren't you?
Anybody else in Mark would be happy to help.
Hey,
If there's something you need that we don't have, just let you take it.
One day Covenant is going to be as big as Diamond City.
Am I hidden?
That's a serious lock. Need to find a key. Let's hope someone's been careless.
Jacob's password. Nothing suspicious going on here. Don't worry about me.
Enjoy your stay.
Penny,
You here to shop?
do you have time for a few questions?
For you? Certainly.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
You've been talking to Mr. Dan. I don't know what he's carrying on about. He's just stirring the pot, if you ask me.
Why would he do that?
Some people are just jealous when they see others leading a better life. And they'd like nothing better than to drag everyone down to their level. And Dan thinks he's the one helping people. He wouldn't know the first thing about making the Commonwealth a better, safer place.
Right? He should be thankful you let him in.
Instead, he stomps around interrogating people. If the compound did do something to his precious caravan, they had reasons for it. Better reasons than a man like him. You know, honey, I was just shooting off at the mouth. Just forget anything I said about that and the compound. I have to go.
Hey, Penny.
You here to shop? If not, I'm sure you've got places to go and all. I hope you've enjoyed your stay.
Do you have time for a few questions?
Well, I don't know. I'm awfully busy. Make it quick.
Could you tell me anything about the compound?
Compound? Who said anything about a compound? You know what, I really am very busy.
Alright, fine. Gonna be like that. I'm a very
Dr.
persuasive
Patricia.
person.
Hello, stranger. You got anything that ails you? I'll fix you up for a fee.
Any news out there, Doctor?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you. I like to stick to fixing people. That's what I'm good at.
Not now.
Very well.
Speaking of which, that reminds me, I should take some of my supplies here. Yeah, that should max out my health. Careful. Don't accidentally take something that's flagged as stealing.
Hi.
Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town. Glad you passed the test. Our door's always open to good quality people. You can use one of the beds in the guest house. And you should visit Penny's store.
Is that it?
Why, yes. Sorry. Didn't mean to keep you waiting.
Excuse me.
Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town. You can use one of the beds.
Anything else in town?
Doc Patricia will be more than happy to patch you up. For a modest fee, of course. You might want to stay clear of Mr. Dan. I've had some complaints about him.
Can I ask you some questions?
Ask away.
This place almost looks pre-war. How do you manage that?
Hard work, shrewd trading, and a commitment to make a healthy community. It's a team effort.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
Is this about those Stockton people? I've told Mr. Dan many, many times. We never saw them.
You ever hear of a compound?
Why, that sounds interesting, stranger. But I can't say I've ever heard of a compound, was it?
I have to go.
You have a good day.
Oh, what to find? What will we find? What will we find? Now you guys have gotten me curious. Some mysterious compound that no one wants to talk about. A caravan everyone does.
Hey, Deezer.
Fresh lemonade here!
What's the catch?
No tricks, no gimmicks, just the best lemonade in Covenant, free to our special guests.
I'll take some.
Enjoy!
Hey, Deezer.
Fresh lemonade here!
I'm looking into a lost caravan. Can you help?
You know what would be great for a lost caravan? Jesus Lemonade! Voted best beverage in Covenant 3 years straight!
What's in the lemonade?
Jesus Lemonade is made of goodness. 4 special ingredients from sunny, non-irradiated environments, all in 1 cold glass. Try it and enjoy, or take advantage of the money-back guarantee.
I'll take some.
Limit 1 per customer per day.
Okay.
I hate this place.
Why does one tiny settlement need so much firepower?
Yeah, I put up the same amount of firepower myself, so not that mysterious. If you want to keep it safe, wall it off, install miniguns.
Ted better get on with this bomb.
Section 6, examine radio. The station it's tuned to is 94.
Another newcomer. Welcome.
This cell means business.
Office terminal.
It's good to see you physically.
Sorry, I'm trying to find that Brian Fitzgerald guy.
I hate this place.
There he is.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine.
He's one of the guys with the modified eyes.
People that break our rules, best leave. Rarely happens.
I wonder if I had like a higher intelligence, would I be able to fix it? Can't do that while in power. Fair enough. Mentioned the sense as undesirables, altercation with M. Bell, frequent negative comments about other personnel and other places in the Commonwealth, specifically Diamond City, severe reprimand for warning one trader about the Institute and their ways. That's actually an idea I could pop in Excel. If Miss Fitzgerald was not extremely effective in her role, I'd request she resign to the compound. She is married to Mr. Fitzgerald, so her permanent posting here is required. Nothing to be done but frequent reinforcements of our missions. Sometimes I feel she cares more about running her store than our goals. Huntley T. Possession of contraband on 3 separate occasions. General antisocial behavior has made visitors uncomfortable. Huntley's new to Covenant, and given his past, it's understandable that he's jumpy. Hopefully, over time, the community can help him feel safe. If he keeps making visitors feel nervous, though, he may need to be reassigned. On the bright side, his reclusiveness makes him ideal for running messages to the compound. Even when traders are in town, his absence is rarely noticed. McGovern T. Visitors comment on her nervousness and jumpiness. She's very compassionate. Could that be a problem? After bringing up my concerns to her, Miss McGovern has really come around. Part of our job is to act neutral, and if anything, she overdoes it. I really hope she's truly recovering instead of putting up an act. Even if it is an act, she's utterly indispensable to our operation. Montgomery P. I have no specific concerns about Dr. Montgomery. Looking at her now, you'd have no idea what she's been through. The only niggling detail is that she keeps to herself and hasn't integrated into the community. But I suspect she resents being transferred here and prefer to be working on the core mission. But before she was here, our visitors' number one complaint was the lack of medical services. So we need at least one doctor here. And unfortunately for her, she's the only one qualified that has suitable temperament. Swanson. Concerns? None. Swanson keeps himself. He works directly for the compound and administering the test, and as such I have no idea who he was or how to help him. He keeps himself strictly apart from the community, whether that's his orders or temperament, who's to say? Mr. Huntley has aborted 5 compound runs due to a fisherman, name unknown, who has stationed himself at the Mystic Pines Pond. Mr. Huntley reports his new favorite fishing hole is directly on top of the compound entrance. The Stockton retrieval team was almost spotted by the outsider. I recommend... Not sure yet. Don't recommend anything. into the armor.
Hey, a stranger. It's no secret you've been poking around. Not very neighborly of you, if you ask me. I know you think you're doing the right thing. Just don't make any rash decisions you'll regret.
What rash decisions are you talking about?
Maybe your next destination doesn't appreciate trespassers.
Just come out and say what you mean.
Maybe you heard a rumor about Stockton's caravan or a certain compound? So, hypothetically, let's say there's something to it. We wouldn't do anything unless we had good reasons. The best. Tell you what, you just stop this investigation, and I'll give you a gift. 100 caps. And then you'd be welcome back here as our friend anytime.
Surely there's room for compromise. I get Stockton's survivors, and we stay friends. I'd have to know more, though.
Yes, it do seem reasonable. At least consider it.
That's a tall order. A deal like that, well, that's above my pay grade. Tell you what, I'll let the compound know you're coming. Then you can make your case to them. Good luck.
Won't just swell with passers-by. Like I always say, give someone a free meal, take a place to load up.
Ah, there you go, Honest Dan. Let's do a full save.
Hey, Dan.
Did you find out anything about the caravan?
Maybe I found out something.
Bargaining with me. We work as equal partners, or not at all.
You won't sweeten the pot?
Not interested. If you won't honor our deal, then I have no use for you.
That's fair. They're at some compound nearby.
That's what I like to hear. We're in business. I'll meet you there and we'll rescue ourselves some caravan hands.
Find the Covenant compound. Eh, it's on the way back.
Dare I say I made it 200 years without a speck of rust while strictly careful.
Because I'm
It's not part of it.
find those survivors. Die trying. Hell of a job, right?
Takes a special type of person to be paid to die.
Tell me about it. Well, the survivors won't rescue themselves.
Hey, Dan.
I'm gonna find those survivors. Die trying. Hell of a job, right?
What are synths, anyway?
You must be new around here. Synths are synthetic people made by the Institute. Real advanced machines. Might as well be human because no one can tell the difference between them and us. Everyone in the Commonwealth is afraid of synths and the Institute.
What can you tell me about the Institute?
Ask 3 different people, you get 3 different answers to that. Wildly different. Most people believe the Institute's behind every manner of ill in the Commonwealth. Sister disappears, or you lose your Brahmin. The Institute. Settlement murdered in the middle of the night. The Institute. I've never met a single person that has proof about any of that. But there's no denying synths are real enough. So the Institute's infiltrating us, and I doubt they're doing that for our own good. Well, the survivors won't rescue themselves.
Hey, Dan.
Some people up ahead. I'll follow your lead.
Missions must be protected.
I get the feeling I moved too close and they aggroed. Because they were in the middle of a conversation and all of a sudden attacked. So let's try this. Hello?
Just because Jacob vouched for you doesn't mean why should I leave you?
All I want is to find Stockton's people. This doesn't have to get messy.
I see. I'll take it to Dr. Chambers. She can decide what to do with you. Don't try anything. You've been warned.
Welcome to combat.
Blythe! Hey, Blythe! Torture.
Just give us. Yes. What is it, Marty?
I thought you guys were done with subject.
Yes. I'm just reviewing data on question 4. It's fascinating. Really?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Certainly.
I love that mod. Basically, anyone whose name starts with an A or a B gets the synth eyes. Eventually, I'll do C, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth. But right now, it's just amusing. We run across a random NPC. Oh yes, he's got synth eyes. That's not suspicious at all.
You shouldn't be in here.
Excuse me.
Don't try anything.
First outside.
Stranger? I'm Batman! What do you mean, stranger? I'm the goddamn Batman! Let's not go to any lock that are got a big red text on them just yet.
Hey, extend the platform. Order center.
Welcome to combat.
So the one investigating Stockton's caravan has arrived. Do you even know that his supposed daughter is in all likelihood a secret? No matter. Let me be upfront about this. There are two ways this meeting can end. We come to an agreement, or there's violence.
Stockton's daughter is a sin.
Why else do you think we attacked her caravan? She has well over a 70% chance of being a sin. I'd have to perform an autopsy to be sure. Let me pose a question to you. What would you do if your family was destroyed by a Sith right in front of you when you were but a child? Would you roll over and accept it? Or would you do something?
I've been there, but I haven't resorted to torturing innocents.
Casualties are inevitable. It may not look like it, but we're at war. As long as the Institute walks invisibly amongst us, they strike without warning, control us from the shadows. I've dedicated my life to devising a test to detect these hidden Siths, to root them out so they can be extinguished. Isn't that a goal worth fighting for?
A war? Really? Is it that bad?
Hundreds of kidnappings over the years. Ask the survivors if it's really that bad. And there are so many other tragedies that may be their responsibility as well.
Who really knows what the Institute is responsible for?
And how do they manage to keep us in the dark? A living synth is indistinguishable from a human by any medical test yet devised. But it turns out psychology can detect a difference. Enter the SAFE test. The test is in its infancy, but through sacrifice and perseverance, our success rate is improving.
If you can get that test to work, that could be a game changer.
And then everything we've done will be justified. Covenant is many things. A refuge for the broken people left in the wake of the Institute's rampages. A place of safety and healing. But most important, it is our one chance to end this age of paranoia. I will make you a deal. If you let me dispose of Stockton's sin and continue our work, I'll match whatever reward you were offered.
I've had my fill of crazy on this contract. No deal.
Fortunate for me, I wasn't talking.
You side with this nut job, and we're going to have a serious, deadly problem.
Don't kill the girl. Spare her.
Impossible. The odds are too great she's an Institute infiltrator. Even if she is an unfortunate victim in this war, sparing her can compromise everything.
That's a deal I won't accept.
We cannot allow you to go on torturing people.
Then you'll just have to kill her.
Should.
Some sort of sensor. I bet you 50 caps there's a lot more where they came from.
Pull yourself together.
Oh. Okay. I'm Amelia.
I'll just talk us.
I'm not a synth.
Despite the eyes. That's probably a lie.
How can I be sure?
Please. You have to believe me. I'm a human being just like you. My father, Old Man Stockton, he will reward you. Just let me out. Please. Please. Help me.
Yes.
Goodness. I'm never coming back here.
That's probably a good idea. Of course, watch it turn out she actually is a synth and she's gonna kill Old Man Stockton. I guess well, hopefully you will watch the rest of this afterwards. Petro? Where the heck is Honest Dan? Because I apparently need to... Oh, there he is.
Hey, Dan.
Stockton gets his daughter and we get paid. Not a bad day.
What if she's a synth?
If even after all they've done to her, they don't know if she's a synth or not, I figure she's human enough. Here's your cut of the reward. I'll get my half from Stockton. Been a pleasure.
I did more than half the work on this job. My share should reflect that.
There's some truth to that. 60-40 work for you?
60-40. Really? Tried 90-10.
90-10? Is that a joke? I risked my life, same as you. 70-30 is my final offer.
Without me, you'd be dead. Maybe I should ask for all of it.
Fine. I'll give you 90-10. If you want the other 10%, you better be prepared to fight for it.
Think we're gonna hit a level? Yes! Level up. Let's do our level up then, shall we? What should we invest in this time? We could do another rank up. We could finish Rifleman. We can do another rank of Demolitions Expert. Another rank of Sneak. Another rank of Commando. Another rank of Gunslinger. Let me adventure on a bit while those thoughts are processed by our lovely audience.
Who's there?
Uh-oh. Health is really low. Let's not die here, shall we? Well, that means the Covenant's probably not going to be friendly to us, I'm guessing. What a pity, too.
Conditions must be met.
Where am I?
No. How are the subject vitals?
It's a little unsteady, but within.
Who are you? What's... Ah! Son of a bitch! Do that... Ah!
I will only say this once. Speak only when spoken to. Please continue.
The subject is ready for baseline testing.
Subject, answer the questions quickly and with what first comes to mind. You're approached by a frenzied scientist who yells, "I'm going to put my quantum harmonizer in your photonic resonation chamber." What's your response?
Is that safe test? Ah!
Answer the question.
I don't know. I don't know science stuff. Ignore him.
Ignore him, you say? Oh, fascinating.
What if I'm secretly a synth?
I got a kid.
Do you want another treatment?
No.
So, again, congratulations, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
I've already told you. Catcher.
Again, which position?
Catcher, right? Be the catcher.
Why?
I don't know. They got the funny helmets. I saw a picture when I was a kid.
Do synths even know the rules of baseball?
No, please. Not. Just let me. No!
Just answer the questions and only the questions. Congratulations, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Catcher.
confidence on Subject 12 is high. We'll know for certain post-mortem.
And any progress on question 3?
None. The EKG shows nothing unexpected. The answers are too damn predictable.
You've made your opinions quite clear on the value of question 3. Removing it could invalidate all the data we've accumulated to date. Moving on. Question 4. The data on this is massive. Why does baseball have the highest degree of correlation? Even more than question 8.
Our methodology was exhaustive. Subject 12's answers in regards to baseball in his childhood were particularly fascinating. See here and here.
I wonder, do they play baseball in the Institute? Or is there some sort of defect in their program?
We need another failure to explore this
It's
further.
indispensable that the baseball question produces abnormal results.
I'll let the reclamation team know.
We're gonna crash again, aren't we?